All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew episode. What is it? 1032? Three. Wow, 1033 episodes coming at you. Man, it has been what a year. I want to start over on 2025. Man. Thank you first and foremost. My name is let's do the introductions first. My name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz. That's Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65 in her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you in the next 30 minutes how to pass these exams. Thank you for tuning in to our free live podcast, which is on YouTube. It is on Facebook. It is on Telegram. It is on Patreon, Discord. If you are watching it for free, please subscribe, let everybody know, share. This is our 30 minutes of free for getting you guys securities license. We go over keywords, techniques, all kinds of great stuff. But tonight we are doing keywords. We're going to do the keyword connections. We're going to do the Kona Catchphrase. We're going to show you guys how to break down those exam questions because you can learn all the stuff in the content, but you don't necessarily aren't getting those quiz scores, right? You're not getting those exam scores that you wanted. Yeah, you know the content, but you don't understand how to read the question. See, so we're going to show you how to do that. We're going to show a little bit of a taste what we give our members. Today was a great one in the members. Brandy broke down the traditional way in which everybody reads questions, and then the Kona way. It was a nice compare and contrast. If you are a member, check out that replay that is available. I think I did. I think I put it in for sale. If you find it on Facebook, you can actually, or on Patreon, you can go ahead and buy that episode. If you don't want to subscribe to us as a membership, you can go ahead and buy that episode. That is available, and you can have that. So what I was going to say is, thank you to all the people who have messaged us individually, or posted or asked or reached out, called, text, sent messages on Discord, Instagram, all the different places, and asked if we were okay in these crazy fires that we have in Southern California. If you didn't know, we are from Southern California. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. If you're from Midwest or South or wherever, I'm pretty sure we fool no one. Everybody goes, yeah, you guys definitely have that California accent. Yes, we do have that California accent. Yeah, for 1000%. So thank you so much for everybody asking how we are. We are blessed to be far away from the fire. The fires are what, about 3 hours away? No, not 3
like
hours. 2 hours.
3 hours.
Maybe an hour, depending on how I drive in traffic.
Depends on the time.
It's so hard in California because like so most of the stuff that we are from LA, like from LA, we are about an hour away. But you add traffic, we're about 2-3 hours. So
we're like an hour away in normal cities.
Right. I try to break it down for normal people that don't live in the Southern California area. Yeah, we live about 3 hours worth of traffic away.
I think y'all talk in miles, right?
Yeah, nah, we don't talk in miles here. We talk in traffic.
Time.
We talk in time and traffic. We are 3 hours away in traffic. No, we are a good ways away from all the fires. The wind in our area did not hit the 100-mile-an-hour peak, thank God. So we are blessed in having that issue in this area that we're in. But prayers to a lot of our students who did not have such luck. I was able to connect with a few. I did have some students who did evacuate, and they did tell me that they were okay. I heard back from a few that were in LA. So I'm really happy that they are all alive and well. I don't know if they lost their house yet. I have not been able to do that. I mean, that's not something you just like text somebody and say, right? Hey, did you lose everything? Like, it's not an appropriate kind of thing. So if they want to share that with me, they'll let me know. And then I will do what I can on our Discord. If something does come up or they do ask me, I will put up I don't ever put up GoFundMe's. But if they need that help, or if anybody knows where donation spots or whatever, let me know. I am adding it to my story on Instagram where you can get some, what I want to say. We're able to get some essential items. They are doing some in Santa Anita at the racetrack. They're doing some in Pasadena. Put that on my Instagram. So if you are in need, you can go ahead and go do that. And it's some pretty reputable places where you can donate. They're handing it back out to the community. So one of the things I will say when it does come to donating, I don't necessarily put that on my Instagram and stuff unless it's somebody or some organization that I know that's going directly to the people. I don't do random, I got a homie that started you know, to fundraise. I don't do that. Like it's going to probably be like through Cal Fire or through one of those reputable places. Because I don't want to take the responsibility of you guys giving it to somewhere and then it doesn't get to the people. Um, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it. All the care that everybody sent. Then, especially people from out of state who weren't familiar with where we're at. So they were really worried. And so it was really nice to see, Brandy and I are in people's prayers and thought of. So thank you so much. And, but keep praying for the Kona family at large. We do have a lot of people who we've gotten licensed in LA, who are students in LA, past and present, and future, right? So please, 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 it is devastating. I lived through something sort of like that. I did go through a fire where I had to be evacuated, and then the winds were 100 miles an hour, and it did tear through my community about a block away. Everybody lost all their houses. So I know what it's like. It is insane. It is crazy. It's scary. I still hear the sounds from when all that happened. I still smell it. I still feel it. I get anxiety whenever there's like winds ever. So I know there's a long road ahead, and I know these events are probably going to happen more than not. So just prayers, keep focused on what you can control and be prepared. That's all we can do in anything, right? Be prepared, focus on what we can control, which is our attitude and our actions, and then prayer. Keep it positive, guys. Keep it positive. Prayer. You just gotta give it up to, gotta give it up to God. Or if you don't have a God like I do, whatever it is that you do, but you gotta take the burden off of you and what you can control, which is your actions and your attitude. And if you're going through that, let somebody know so that way, we can get you the help or you can find the help that you need. Because it is a lot. It is a lot to go through that. All right. Speaking of prayers, I just want to let you know that this person didn't want a lot of attention. I hesitate to give them out their name, but they did ask for prayers, and I think the only way to get proper prayers if you know the name. But this person doesn't want a lot of attention their way, and that I guess is okay. But I want you guys to all keep Joanna in your prayers. She's been on the Studying Brew for many, many years. She got fully licensed. She comes here, she hangs out. She's well loved here, and she needs some healing powers, and she's been going through some stuff. And we just want you guys to pray for her, so that way she can be healed. And I won't go into any of the further details because she's a very private person, but I do want you all to pray for her and keep her in your prayers. Brandy and I love her very much, and I know that she's been on here a lot, and a lot of people on here probably know who she is. I call her my fact checker, my statistician. She'd be, if I was doing calls on baseball, I would be doing the commentating, and she would be like the one that hands me the paper. It tells me all the stats. She's she's on top of it. And so yeah, so please give her your prayers. And yeah. All right, let's get this thing going. I know, heavy intro, right? Heavy intro. A lot going on. And I know that a lot of people are going through some stuff right now in 2025. I mean, the other day I was like, geez, 2025 is just barely getting warmed up. And it's going to be like that. And no matter what, you just got to keep repeating it to yourself like a mantra. I can only control what I can control. I can only control my attitude and my actions. That's all I can do. And not get into the depths of falling into a depression or falling into like getting into that. So you got to protect your mindset. You got to have the right attitude. And a lot of people, the reason why they don't get these licenses, the reason why they fail to get these things done is not because they didn't get the content, and maybe not even because they didn't know the techniques. It's because they just fail to be consistent, and they fail to be positive mentally. You can't give in to like, I don't know, I've never been good at. Um, what are some of the other stuff you hear, Brandy?
I can't. It's impossible.
Right. I just never was good at this kind of thing. Multiple choice questions were never my thing. I always fell asleep in studying. I don't like to read. I don't like to watch videos. I don't like to like it. Some people, I swear, they just want that recognition of just saying, they just want somebody to verify that like they're just impossible. And you're never going to get that out of me, because I feel like if you really have a will, you'll find a way. And nothing's really impossible. There's people on here that we've gotten pass notices who've done our courses, our videos, and all that stuff, and they're like, dude, I have really bad dyslexia. Remember Ryan? He was like, I cannot even do the quizzes. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't like the word can't, but what's up? And he's like, I got severe dyslexia, like really bad dyslexia. Like they told me to pack it in like in high school because I can't read. Like reading is really hard for me. But the way you guys broke it down into the keywords and the techniques that I do have and the coping and how I get through, having to read, being an adult, it works. And I was able to get, my securities license. And a lot of it has to do with keywords. A lot of it has to do with techniques. A lot of it has to do with, you don't need to know a lot of content. And we supply you with all that. If you haven't joined us yet, hit the QR code. We're going to give you that PMA that I was just talking about. We're going to give you a place to be consistent with it. We're going to give you that 21-day plan so you can organize it. We got the 30-day, 60-day program for the 65. We got course videos. We got live exam sessions where you can be on, and Brandy can actually help you with some of the questions if you have them. I know she did a study hall today. And we had some people on there doing the study hall, and they were like sharing the screen even, when they got when they got one of those questions that wasn't working or jiving, and Brandy answered it. We got all kinds of great stuff, small group tutoring, one-on-one tutoring. We got daily accountability, all this stuff. And we want you guys to get involved. Check it out. Quit playing around with other people's stuff where they're just like teaching you content, dumping it on your head, and you realize that you don't know, a lot less after you take, their courses and stuff. Guys, there's a better way to do it. Check us out. We got all kinds of different options, $50 to $500. If you're like only hearing 500, you're hearing wrong. I don't have it just for 500. Go check out what we have going on. 20% off the first month right now. Books on are for books for sale. We got available books right now as SIE 6 and 63. We've got something for 26. Is that 65? All right. 65 is coming soon. Kona Community, Discord, check us out. Contact us, 951-290-3077. Call, text, give us a Gmail, email at KonaButterflyz@gmail.com. Scan the QR code. There's an Instagram. Follow us. And there you go. What do we got doing tomorrow, Brandy? There you are. We got Series 6. We got Study Hall. We got the Kona small group tutoring. We got lots of great stuff happening tomorrow. Be there. The fun starts with the SIE live at 10 a.m. Then it's the Series 6. Then it's the study hall. Then it's the small group tutoring. Brandy's barely taking any breaks in between. She's staying on there for you guys. She's got some stuff lined up. You're going to have to find out. I know the SIE is bonds tomorrow. Yeah. And then 6, I think, is suitability. Investment companies. All right. Those are two big topics right off the top.
Yes.
So I would definitely be there. Check your email for that access. We got audios on Spotify, all that great stuff. So you only can be on there if you're a member. So scan the QR code, hit the links. Let's go. Kona Catchphrase. All right. If you heard about our Kona Catchphrase, what we do, or you want to know what it is, we look for keywords in this. So we're going to put some quiz questions and answers up on the screen. We want you to tell us what the key words, patterns, there's opposites, there's similars, there's all kinds of great stuff when you see the answers. We only want to know key words. And guess what? You don't need to know securities vocabulary to get this done. So don't look automatically towards the securities vocabulary when you see those answers. Don't be going like, oh, that's a call up, that's a call down, all that. Like, guys, leave that all behind. We're looking at the simplicity of the keywords. We're looking for, there's an and. There's someone says, what, collateral or whatever the word is. It doesn't necessarily mean have to be securities or right. So check those, like look for those, put those keywords into the chat. If you're playing along at home, you're doing the at-home version, go write those on your paper, but don't just simply yell out the answers A. That's not going to help you because none of these questions are written are going to be on the exam. Like there is no Q banks out there that are going to be like the exam, going to be on the exam. So we're trying to do something here that allows you to look for keywords and have observational skills when you're on the exam. So it helps you with questions that doesn't matter how they're worded. You're just looking for keywords. We're sharpening a skill inside you to get these things done.
Yes.
Let's go. D, a $600 short-term capital gain. C, a $200 short-term capital gain. B, a $200 long-term capital gain. A $600 long-term capital gain. B and C are opposite.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, someone did it all. There we go. Do we need anything else?
Well, we've got short and short, and we've got long and long. So we just got to probably look at time, right? Time and numbers. Everybody's favorite. Look at, I'm starting off Monday. Rights.
I love the participation. Participate in the chat if you're on. Don't be worried about being wrong. Just participate. A customer purchased 300 shares of Def Corporation at $33 per share. After holding the position for 14 months, they sell the position for $35 per share. What is the result of these transactions? Don't look for the securities. What's the keywords in the question?
Sounds longer. I like that.
Longer than a year.
Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So somebody put in the chat 600, but I don't see how they got there. I got the 2, right? I bought it for 33. I'm selling for 35. That's obviously a $2 difference.
You double the 300. I don't know.
There you go. Yes. That's what I wanted you guys to see, that this was 300 shares, but nobody had put that in the chat.
Oh, good point.
Yes. Nobody put it in the chat, but that's huge because that's honestly the difference between A and B. The difference between A and B is B you would have assumed, and A you would have seen 300. Key words.
I also saw that 200 wasn't going to work just based on the numbers that are in the question.
Well, so okay, so maybe this does if you've been studying for a while, or you're on not the SIE and you've moved on to different quizzes, different exams, a lot of the quiz questions are always based in $100 share increments. It's like a default.
Right.
Everything's like 100, right? Makes math easy, so it's 100. So, okay, so maybe that comes from experience, from seeing so many quiz questions over the last 10 years.
There you go. So it did and didn't need securities vocabulary.
Well, it's just lots of quizzing.
D, all U.S. government securities are issued with physical paper certificates. C, corporate stocks can only exist in electronic form. B, corporate bonds have always been issued in electronic form. A, all U.S. government securities are issued in government in, say it again. All U.S. government all government securities are issued in book entry form.
I like people put Mona, but I don't Yeah, I got one.
I guess B is also always.
Yeah, but I wanted
Oh,
Mona.
yes.
Get it? Like Mona. Where's Mona?
So right off the bat, I was thinking the answer is probably going to be either A or D.
Right.
It's going to be a tie. It's going to be something about A and D.
Okay. So let me ask you guys a question.
I think D sounds stupid.
I was just gonna ask. I was just gonna say that.
D's a little dumb.
When was the last time anybody has seen a newly printed bond certificate?
Yeah. What are we living in? 1912? What is it? 1923?
Like in 2020?
Here's Sonny. Here's your certificate. Each physical copy.
Exactly.
Hold it near and dear. Put it next to your couch inside your safe.
Yeah. Grandma? Like seriously. Yeah.
It's,
grandma probably has some bonds.
Baby.
Well,
Depends how old your grandma is.
Some of you might be.
Some of your grand. I was gonna say, be careful, Brandy.
Might be your.
Some of you all. My grandma's only 40.
Some of you might be great. But yeah, so book entry is basically this is digital.
You got to remember, some of these people are not. My grandma lived through the Great Depression, so some issuers issue securities in electronic form, while some securities have been issued in physical form. Which of the following statements is true in relation to electronic or physical form? True. Yeah. A. Come on. D's silly. D. D is de minimis. C. All or none. On. B. Minimax. What a contradictory thing there. A. Firm commitment. It's mini, but it's to the max. I'm short, but I pack a punch. I'm short but tall. Anyways, firm commitment, right?
I'm just gonna do this.
Nobody wants to say anything.
Mini. All or none. Right? I'm gonna give it all or I'm gonna get none. And have you guys seen de minimis?
It means like
Latin.
Isn't it like some small?
It means minimum.
Minimum.
It means of the minimum.
Not a lot of people saw Gladiator, I guess.
Right? But have you seen it?
I think people maybe see Maximus more than Minimus.
Maximus is the name of the horse in
in underwriting where fixing a minimum dollar amount to be sold in order to move forward with the entire offering is most commonly referred to as an underwriting where fixing a minimum dollar amount, a minimum dollar amount to be sold.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Joanna. I didn't know if anybody was catching it. I was trying to help out with a key word there. Minimum. I'm like,
it's and fun fact. I know this will be content.
Okay.
Minimum amount, maximum amount of shares.
But if you knew Latin and you're like, why not de minimis?
Because if you first of all, you have to know Latin. And I asked people, have you ever heard of de minimis? And they said no.
So that's why it would be no.
Yeah. Have you heard of it? No. So then why don't you just go with mini? We've all heard of mini.
As slow as you were typing that, Joanna, you still were faster than everybody else. All right. D, a debt obligation allowing the holder to purchase shares of the company's common stock. C, an investment in the debt of another corporation. B, an unsecured corporate debt obligation. A long-term corporate debt obligation backed by the title to equipment owned by the corporation.
There we go.
I don't know how we got that key word. Backed. I said it like that.
Yeah.
An unsecured. I feel like that is kind of important.
Yeah, it is. Well, this is basic. There's nothing special about this one. Right?
No.
If A is backed, B is just it is, right?
Yeah.
C is what? Another corporation.
Another one.
And then D would be common stock, right?
Right.
Purchase common stock. So B, nothing to hold it down. I like that. That's good.
Which of the following best describes a debenture? Well, you know, if you've been on here a while, we know what we say about debentures. They're like dentures. They're unsecured. Don't be coming at that with corn on the cob.
Also, it's the most basic answer.
Rib.
Backed by, how is that like? Wouldn't that just be secured? Backed by, yeah,
Right.
security. Another corporation. What that? Like, I don't know. I guess
If you got backup, do you feel secure?
I look at this. Oh, forgot to put dentures. Oops. I don't know. I guess maybe I was looking for something that looked like backed, another, or common stock, and that was in not the question. So boom, loose teeth securities. Exactly. By the way, somebody once said debenture. That's a cool way of saying it.
Sounds very English.
I just have always
I'm
called
from-
it a debenture, but he was all debenture. I was like,
Probably from England. He's like, that's proper English.
that sounds sophisticated.
From Devonshire. Is not permitted to be made in any circumstance. C is required to be made, but may not always be granted. B is not required, but if made, will always be granted. A is not required, but can be made and may or may not be granted. May not always.
Yeah. Ready? Ready? Boom.
If a margin deposit is late, an extension request made by the broker dealer. An extension request made by the broker dealer. An extension request. Wow, you really just zeroed in on those keywords, Randy. Wow, the ADD just kicked in, didn't it? That ADHD kicked in. That's what happened.
Because it doesn't matter what it is.
That ADHD was like, I can't wait no longer.
It's just an extension request. What's the answer? May, right? Somebody put it in the chat.
Joanna did.
Yes. I can request, but they may deny. Guys, when are extension requests required? And when must they always be granted? Like if I'm gonna automatically get the extension request, why wouldn't you just make that the deadline?
Why would you have to make a request at all?
Yeah, so I'm saying, wouldn't that just be the deadline?
Because no, they would need extended. Wait, then we just end up in a loop.
Yeah.
Age 21, age 55, age 65, age 18. 18 is the lowest. 65 is the oldest. 21, we're drinking. 55 is in the middle. No, I don't know. It's just right. It's the third highest. 55 is a senior.
55 is a senior?
I don't know. I would imagine you get your AARP at 50, though.
Don't say that.
Dude, I'm not lying.
I thought
we get our AARP magazine soon.
I thought
55 you can eat at Denny's on the senior menu.
65 was a senior too. Not 55.
55 you can eat the breakfast at the Denny's on the seniors menu.
Yeah, but isn't that 65, not 55?
No, it's like 55.
Oh, well.
I don't know. We'll Google it. Something for after the show. For a new customer opening an account, assuming there are no physical or mental impairments, what age would trigger the registered representative to request that name of a trusted contact person for the account be given? Wow. What age would trigger the registered representative to request that the name of a trusted contact person for the account be given?
Hey, I need a trusted contact person because you are
Old.
Oops. Hit the wrong button.
I would say 65. It's not going to be 21. It's not going to be 55.
And this is a test topic.
Yeah, that's the senior. I'm just talking about AARP. I think you're considered like when you get your movie passes for free or for whatever the senior discount was, that 55. I think the legal term for a senior though is 65. Yes. Yeah, most senior discounts are 55. Yeah.
Okay, well, legally it's 65.
Yeah. I said Denny's. I just said Denny's. I didn't say legally. I just said Denny's. I said movie theaters.
I had no idea it was 55. I thought
AARP send you that stuff at 50.
Well, financial services doesn't consider you a senior until you're 65. So that you know, I thought that was, I didn't know that that wasn't a thing.
I don't know. All right, everybody. I mean, hey, I'm fine with it being 65, but do we just send it back?
Shoot.
You just send it back. I'm not 65 yet.
Yeah.
I don't feel. Anyways, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Stay safe out there. Really, we got a lot of stuff going on across the United States. Literally, the United States is cut in half right now. One half is on fire. The other half is frozen. So whatever half you're on, be careful. Either bundle up or just run away from the hills. I don't know what my advice is, but just stay safe, please. Please stay safe. Please stay safe. And prayers for everyone. Be kind. Be positive. Be consistent. Let's get this thing. Let's control the things that we can control, which is our actions and our attitude, and just take over 2025, no matter what comes at us, no matter what comes in our direction, no matter what it is. We got it, right? We got this. So thank you all for being here. We got stuff for the members tomorrow. We'll be back, same bat time, same bat channel for the test taking techniques studying brew, which is tomorrow night. So we can't wait to see you there. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep the positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you all for being on. We so super appreciate you. Practice the Kona catchphrase in your quizzes. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.